So this is another video about a 650 leak. This one started about a month ago. I've looked at all kinds of other videos to see what could be the problems. And you can see if I put my finger underneath the case here, has some oil there. So it's not a fast leak, just a slow trickle. And so I've already replaced the stator and the neutral switch, and I gave the engine a pretty good cleaning. It's still leaking in spite of all that. So what I was able to do is, after I did a cleaning, I give it I rode it for a while, and as you can see, I found another potential spot here underneath this gasket where, after its engine is warm, I get some leak over there. So you can see there's some oil, fresh oil there. So I think what's happening is the oil is just slowly trickling down here. You can see it's kind of wet over there, and it goes all the way down over all the parts that I think could be the culprit, and then it gets behind the case and then trickles. So you can see my finger is pretty wet now. So as I trace this down here, and it gets down and it goes over all the stator wires and the areas where the neutral switch would be. So with those being replaced, I could tell it's not, it's pretty clean. And so I think what's happening is trickling all the way down and going back underneath this and going by the case over there. So we're gonna take everything out and see if I can replace. I bought the gasket today, and see if I can replace the gasket over here. Hopefully I can do it without taking off the tank. But if that becomes a problem, we'll have to do that. But you can see my finger is pretty wet now as I go through the path there. So we'll see what happens. Keep you posted. So I took off the covers, the two metal cases. As you can see, the stator, the neutral switch is right here, and as I check it, it's dry, so really no problem there. And the wires here for the coming out of the stator, again, pretty dry to me. But if you can see, as I was saying earlier, there's a pretty good puddle of oil right on top there. So I think it's been trickling from this piece over here underneath the tappet, and then trickling down, and you can see where it's pretty wet there, and it goes around that piece and then falls down right by the kickstand. So this is a common leaking spot, but if it's not a neutral switch or the wires from the stator, then I think it would be good to kind of trace it all the way up here, and you can see where it's coming back behind this valve cover there. So this is what we're going to go after today. Okay, so it was a tight squeeze. You can see I removed the Tappet cover, and here it is in my hand. I'll give it a good cleaning and replace it with the gasket and see if that will solve the problem. So when I looked online, I ordered part number 93210642297. So this is what came up as a replacement for this. And at first I was kind of worried because this is a round gasket, and you can see this is not exactly round, but as I took it out, you can see it looks like it's about the same. It's just been kind of twisted to make, or shaped to make it fit in that device there. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. Oh, what do you know? Look at that. Seems like it fits just right. So I'm going to put a little bit of oil on it and then put it back, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I replaced this old gasket over there, and one thing I can tell you is that this feels kind of dry and brittled, so I can imagine that it would not stop a leak, or at least the beginning of it. And we have the other gasket installed here. It actually wasn't too bad. One trick I would say is remove the side pocket, and then I was able to use this little offset 10mm wrench that I got overnight last night from Amazon. Not too bad. Really made the job a lot easier to get to the tight squeeze. So no need to remove the gas tank or anything like that. So this is it. I'm just gonna start it up and let the oil run through it and see if anything happens. So I'll let you guys posted. Take care. Bye.